Ladies and gentlemen, if we are to discuss the idea of wealth, both in its material and intellectual forms, it's important to recognize that wealth is not merely a matter of acquiring riches. No, true wealth starts in the mind. The very way we think shapes our reality, and the way we think about wealth can either make or break our path to it. It's easy to look at the world and think that wealth is something reserved for the lucky few, the ones born into privilege or those with rare talents. But I would suggest to you today that wealth is not about mere luck or inheritance. It is about a mindset that recognizes abundance over scarcity, opportunity over limitation. You see, when we allow ourselves to think like poor people, we confine ourselves to a life of fear, small thinking, and missed opportunities. But when we start to think like people who have embraced the abundant possibilities of life, we change everything. We stop living in fear of failure and start seeing setbacks as lessons, stepping stones on the road to success. Now, most of us want everything to be easy and fast and safe and very specific. Consider for a moment what it takes to change your thinking. You must first recognize that your current mental state, your habits, beliefs, and perceptions will always keep you bound to where you are. If you desire change, you must commit to thinking differently. This shift in thinking will propel you forward in ways you cannot yet imagine. The road to wealth, then, is not about working harder. It is about working smarter. It's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with the success you desire, not the limitations you fear. Let us begin to think like those who are wealthy, not just in material things, but in wisdom, opportunity, and growth. For if you want to get rich, truly rich, you must first stop thinking like someone who is poor. Change your mindset and you will change your life. Wealth is not just about money, it is a mindset. Those who think abundantly see opportunities everywhere, while those who think with scarcity only see obstacles. A poor mindset is one that is paralyzed by the fear of failure. But rich thinkers see failure as a necessary part of growth and learning, an essential stepping stone on the road to success. If you limit yourself to small thinking, you will always remain small. Wealthy people expand their vision, thinking big, taking risks, and pushing boundaries. Your beliefs shape your actions. If you believe you cannot succeed, your actions will reflect that doubt. But when you believe in the possibility of success, your actions will align with that belief, bringing you closer to your goals. Wealthy thinkers do not wait for opportunities to come to them, they create them. They see potential in situations where others see problems. A poor person's mindset is governed by scarcity. There is never enough. In contrast, the wealthy mindset embraces abundance and recognizes that there is enough for everyone to thrive. The wealthy never stop learning, adapting, and improving. They understand that wealth is not a destination, but a journey that requires ongoing development of both mind and skills. If you want to truly change your financial situation, the first thing you must understand is that wealth begins in your mind. It's not about how much you have right now, it's about what you believe is possible. Your thoughts shape your reality. The way you think about money, success, and yourself will determine whether or not you achieve lasting wealth. This is the foundation. Most people don't realize it, but they've been programmed from an early age to think small. They've been conditioned to believe that wealth is for others, that it's unattainable or reserved for the lucky few. And because of that, they never allow themselves to dream big or take bold action. Their mindset keeps them stuck. They focus on what they don't have, on what's missing, on how hard things are. And in doing so, they reinforce the very scarcity that holds them back. On the other hand, wealthy people, the ones who consistently build and grow their fortune, think differently. They've made the decision to believe that wealth is possible for them, no matter their background or circumstances. Their minds are full of possibilities. They see opportunities where others see challenges. They are willing to take calculated risks, to step out of their comfort zones, and to learn from their failure. Because they know that success doesn't come from avoiding failure, it comes from facing it head on, learning from it, and continuing to move forward. The key is to recognize that your thoughts are the starting point. If you want to change your financial future, you must first change your mindset. You must start seeing yourself as capable of great things. You must stop believing that the world is limited, and instead start seeing the abundant opportunities that surround you. The right mindset will open doors. It will fuel your motivation. and it will help you take the actions necessary to build real wealth. So, take a moment to ask yourself, what do you believe about money, about success, about your own potential? If your beliefs are limiting, it's time to change them. The wealth you seek is not a distant dream, it's a reflection of the thoughts you choose to nurture today. Make those thoughts positive, empowering, and abundant. Because wealth begins in the mind, and once your mind is aligned with success, your life will follow suit. One of the greatest obstacles to success, and one that holds most people back from ever achieving true wealth, is the fear of failure. It's a powerful force that keeps so many people trapped in mediocrity. You see, failure isn't something to be feared. It's something to be embraced. It's a lesson, a stepping stone on the path to success. But for many, the fear of failing is so overwhelming that they never take the first step toward reaching their full potential. What happens when we let fear of failure control us is that we shrink back, we avoid taking risks, we play it safe, and we settle for less than we're capable of. And by doing that, we rob ourselves of the very opportunities that could lead to our success. It's important to understand that failure is not a permanent condition. It's not a label that sticks to you forever. It's a temporary experience, a momentary setback. The only true failure is when you stop trying, when you allow fear to paralyze you and prevent you from moving forward. Think about it. Every successful person, every wealthy individual you admire has experienced failure. They've stumbled, fallen, and made mistakes. But here's the difference. They didn't let those failures define them. They used those failures as fuel to learn, to grow, and to try again with greater wisdom and determination. Failure didn't stop them. It made them stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next challenge. Failure is part of the process. As you experience failure, you realize that you are much more capable than you thought. The key is to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing failure as a roadblock, start seeing it as a lesson in disguise. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? What did I miss that I can do better next time? The sooner you embrace failure, the sooner you will learn to use it as a tool for your success. In fact, the more you fail, the closer you are to your next breakthrough. Remember, the most successful people are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail and keep going. They understand that failure is not an endpoint, it's a part of the process. It's a signal that you're pushing your limits, trying new things, and growing in ways that most people are too afraid to attempt. So, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, the moment when everything is guaranteed to go right, you're never going to start. The perfect time is never going to come. But the right time is now. Step into the fear, embrace the possibility of failure, and know that with each step, you're closer to success than you were yesterday. Fear of failure holds you back only if you let it. When you push through that fear, you're free to move toward the success that's waiting for you on the other side. What Bina? The thinking that guides you today will shape the results you experience tomorrow. If you limit your thinking, you limit your potential. Small thinking leads to small results, and unfortunately, that's where many people find themselves. They get comfortable in their little box, thinking only within the confines of their current reality. They've been taught to be realistic, to not aim too high, to settle for what they have, and be grateful for it. But I'm here to tell you, being realistic is often just a fancy word for playing it safe and limiting your growth. If you want big results in life, you've got to start thinking bigger. You've got to expand your vision of what's possible, even if that means stepping out of your comfort zone. Small thinkers focus only on what they can see right now, what's in front of them. They ask questions like, what's the safest route? Or how can I get by with the least amount of effort? They live in the realm of the immediate, the safe, and the familiar. But successful people, the ones who create extraordinary results, ask themselves bigger questions. They think long-term. They think about growth, and they think about the kind of impact they want to leave on the world. Big thinking doesn't just happen overnight. It takes practice, it takes vision, it takes getting comfortable with the idea that what you're doing today may not be enough to get you to where you want to be tomorrow. But the beauty of big thinking is that it forces you to look beyond your current circumstances, to see new possibilities, and to realize that there is always more out there. When you start thinking bigger, you start to see opportunities in places you never saw them before. You begin to see potential in situations where others only see problems. Don't be afraid to dream big. It's that kind of thinking that will lead to bigger actions. Big thinkers are the ones who take calculated risks. They take action based on the belief that something greater is possible. They're not satisfied with just getting by. They want to excel, to push boundaries, and to break through limits. And it's this mindset that propels them forward and attracts the success they desire. Leadership is a mindset, potentially not as broad as simply looking good and having the perfect plan, but rather of cowering behind conformity, of hiding behind status quo. I know it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking small. It's natural to feel safe and comfortable with what you know. But if you're serious about changing your life, about achieving the results you've always dreamed of, then you have to stop playing small. Start challenging your own thinking. Look at your goals, your dreams, and your potential, and expand them. It's time to break free from the limits you've set for yourself. Because the truth is, small thinking is the biggest obstacle to your success. And when you choose to think bigger, you open yourself up to a whole new world of possibility. The results you get will follow your thoughts. And if you think big, those results will be just as big. The truth is simple. What you believe about yourself and the world around you will determine the actions you take. Your beliefs are the driving force behind everything you do, and the results you get are a direct reflection of those beliefs. If you don't believe you can achieve something, your actions will follow suit. They'll be timid, cautious, and half-hearted. On the other hand, if you truly believe in your potential, you'll act with confidence, conviction, and purpose. Belief is the foundation for action. It's the spark that lights the fire. If you don't believe in your goals, it doesn't matter how much you want them, they will always feel out of reach. But when you believe deeply in your ability to succeed, you'll find the courage to take the first step. You'll see obstacles as challenges, not barriers. You'll be ready to push forward, to learn from mistakes, and to keep going no matter what. The power of belief is powerful. Without it, you would drown, you would disobey, you would flee, you would disappear. And the thing about belief is that it doesn't come from wishing. It doesn't come from hoping or praying. Belief is earned. It's developed by thinking bigger, by envisioning success, and by consistently putting in the work. When you believe in yourself, when you know that you're capable of achieving great things, your actions will reflect that belief. You'll take the opportunities that come your way because you believe you deserve them. You'll create opportunities because you believe you can. On the flip side, when your belief is weak or non-existent, your actions will be equally weak. You'll hesitate, second-guess yourself, and allow fear to hold you back. You might find yourself stuck in a cycle of indecision, never taking that first step because you're waiting for certainty, waiting for the belief to magically appear. But that's not how it works. Belief grows through action. The more you act, the more your belief strengthens. And the more you believe, the more action you take. It's a cycle that feeds itself. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing what you believe about yourself. Start by believing that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Your actions will follow that belief, and before long, you'll be surprised by the things you accomplish. Action follows belief. It's a law of success. The more you believe in your potential, the greater the actions you'll take to realize it. And with each action, you get closer to the success you're capable of achieving. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect before taking action. The first step is believing in the possibility of success, and the second step is simply taking action based on that belief. The world will respond to you in ways you never imagined. Your belief will shape your actions, and your actions will shape your future. If you want to achieve extraordinary results, you've got to believe you're capable of them. Then take action, and keep taking action until your beliefs and your success become one and the same. The truth is simple. Opportunities are everywhere. Everywhere you look, there are chances to grow, to learn, to create, and to achieve. The problem is not that opportunities don't exist, but that many of us are too busy focusing on what we don't have or on the obstacles in our way. We tend to get caught up in our challenges, in the things we think are missing, and in the belief that the world isn't offering us anything. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Opportunities are abundant, and the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to recognize and seize those opportunities. If you want to be successful, you've got to start looking for opportunities everywhere, in every situation, in every moment. They're in the conversations you have, in the people you meet, in the problems that need solving, and in the ideas that come to mind. Opportunities are often disguised as challenges or discomfort, But if you have the right mindset, you can see them for what they really are. Chances to grow, to stretch yourself, and to move closer to your goals. The key is to shift your perspective. Most people walk around with blinders on, seeing only the difficulties in their lives. They focus on what's wrong, on what's missing, and on what's difficult. But successful people look for what's right, what's possible, and what can be improved. They don't see problems as roadblocks. They see them as opportunities to innovate, to offer value, and to make a difference. But here's the thing. Opportunities don't always come in the way we expect. They don't show up neatly packaged with a bow on top. They often come in unexpected forms, maybe in the form of a setback, a failure, or a seemingly impossible situation. The key is to be willing to look at every experience as a potential opportunity for growth. If you're open to it, opportunities will present themselves in ways you never imagined. And take a moment to look around you. What's right in front of you that you can take advantage of? Who can you connect with? What problem can you solve? What can you improve? When you start asking yourself these questions, you'll begin to see opportunities everywhere. At work, in your relationships, in your community, and even in your own personal development. The truth is, opportunities aren't reserved for a select few. They're available to anyone who's willing to open their eyes and take action. If you're not seeing opportunities, it's because you're not looking for them. Start looking differently. Start asking better questions. Start shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's possible. Opportunities are all around you. All it takes is the right mindset to recognize them and the willingness to take action when they appear. Success is not about waiting for the perfect opportunity to come along. It's about creating opportunities, seeing them in every situation, and taking bold action to make the most of them. The world is full of opportunity, and it's up to you to find it, seize it, and use it to create the life you want. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life is moving from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. The difference is night and day, and it's a shift that can completely transform the way you approach life, work, and success. When you operate from a scarcity mindset, you live in a world where there's never enough. Never enough time, never enough money, never enough opportunities. It's a constant battle to hold on to what you have, a fear of losing what little you think you've earned. But when you adopt an abundance mindset, you begin to see the world as full of endless opportunities, resources, and possibilities. And that shift changes everything. You see, when you think there's only so much to go around, you play small. You hold back. You keep yourself in a place of limitation because you fear that if you go after something, someone else will lose out. You're hesitant to share your ideas, your resources, or your opportunities because you think they're finite. But that's simply not true. The world is abundant. There's enough for everyone. There are more opportunities than we can count, more resources than we can tap into, and more success than we can imagine. The abundance mindset is all about shifting your focus from what you don't have to what you can create. It's about understanding that success doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. Just because someone else wins doesn't mean you lose. In fact, the more people who succeed, the more success there is to go around. When you start to think in terms of abundance, you begin to see the world differently. You start to see that there's no limit to what's possible. You begin to recognize that every person you meet, every connection you make, and every opportunity you encounter is a potential step towards something greater. This mindset frees you from the chains of fear and competition. Instead of worrying about running out of time, money, or opportunities, you begin to focus on how to create more of those things. You understand that your success is not limited by the success of others, and that your ability to achieve doesn't diminish because someone else achieves. In fact, you'll start to realize that by helping others, sharing your knowledge, and offering your support, you create more abundance in your own life. The abundance mindset also means believing that there's always more. When you think this way, you're not afraid to invest in yourself, to take risks, or to make bold moves. You understand that failure is not a dead end, but simply a lesson on the way to greater success. There's no shortage of lessons to be learned, no shortage of growth to experience. You know that with each challenge, you grow stronger. And with each victory, you become more equipped for the next one. The key is to stop seeing the world as a place where resources are limited and start seeing it as a place where abundance flows freely. When you adopt this mindset, you'll notice that opportunities seem to multiply, your relationships deepen, and your actions become more aligned with your true potential. You'll take risks because you know that if you fail, you'll learn and grow, and the next opportunity will be even better. So, choose abundance, Choose to believe that there's enough for everyone, including you. Believe that the world is full of resources and that the more you give, the more you'll receive. Step away from fear, from the belief that you're not enough or that you can't have what you want. Embrace the idea that there is more than enough to go around. When you make that shift, you open yourself to the boundless opportunities that are waiting for you. Success will no longer be a struggle. It will be a natural consequence of your mindset, your actions, and your belief in the abundant possibilities of life. One of the most critical principles to understand if you want to achieve lasting success is the idea of continuous growth and learning. Success is not a one-time event, a place you reach, or something you achieve and then stop. It's a process, an ongoing journey that requires constant attention, effort, and development. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. The world doesn't stand still, and neither can you if you want to keep up with the opportunities, the challenges, and the changes that life throws at you. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that once you've achieved a certain level of success or expertise, you can relax and stop working on yourself. But nothing could be further from the truth. If you're not continually learning, you're stagnating. The world is constantly evolving, and new ideas, technologies, and strategies emerge every day. If you're not staying current, someone else will pass you by. To be successful, you must embrace the idea of never being finished. You must commit to learning and growing for as long as you're alive. The key to growth is being open to new information, new ways of thinking, and new experiences. It means seeking out knowledge, reading books, attending seminars, talking to people who know more than you, and staying curious about the world around you. But growth isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge in your life. It's about taking what you've learned and using it to make better decisions, to improve your skills, and to move closer to your goals. What's important to remember is that growth doesn't always happen in big, dramatic moments. It's often the small, incremental changes that add up over time. It's the consistent effort to learn something new each day, to improve your mindset, to refine your habits. You don't need to make giant leaps to make progress. What you need is the discipline to keep moving forward, to keep investing in yourself, and to stay committed to the process of personal development. You see, life doesn't reward those who sit back and wait for success to come to them. It rewards those who are constantly pushing, learning, and improving. The people who reach the top and stay there are the ones who are always growing. They never stop learning because they understand that the moment they stop is the moment they begin to fall behind. If you are not constantly sharpening your skills, expanding your knowledge, and growing your mindset, you're leaving yourself open to being overtaken by someone else who is. The truth is, you can never learn too much. The more you know, the better equipped you are to handle whatever life throws your way. The more you learn, the more you realize that there's always more to discover, more to experience, and more to understand. And as you continue to grow, you'll find that your opportunities expand, your influence grows, and your ability to create success multiplies. Continuous learning isn't just for your career, it's for your life. When you learn more about yourself, your relationships, and your passions, you enrich your life in ways that can't be measured by money or success alone. The best investment you can make is the investment in your own growth. And the return on that investment is a life full of purpose, fulfillment, and ultimately success. So make the commitment today to never stop growing. Embrace the idea that learning is a lifelong pursuit. Seek out new experiences, new knowledge, and new challenges. As you do, you'll find that your success isn't a destination, it's a continual journey of growth and improvement. And with every step, you'll move closer to becoming the person you're meant to be.